Hello, hello. Uh-oh. Hello, hello. Okay. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Today is the Saturday live tea. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. That much you know is that it's Saturday. Okay. Let me do a couple things here. I tell you, no matter what, I'm always working up until the last minute. Sorry I'm late today. I had to do some things. Probably won't be on but an hour today, I hope. Um okay, almost there, almost there. Hello, Dee Dee, Dorothy Ross, Teslin Dawkins, Gwendolyn Daniels, Edith Agari, welcome. Deanna C. Uh what is that? Merritt Burkus? Joan Commonwealther, welcome. Um, oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's the wrong one anyway. All right, let me do that again. Oh, okay, got it. Got it. One more, and we're there. Wunderbar. Okay, there we are. Perfection. Welcome, Eldadi Dixon, Sheila Watson, welcome. Perlina Answers. Okay. Wow, a lot of new names here I don't recognize. Connie Balmer. Beth Wade. Let me see. Linda Pro One. Mary Davis. Dorothy Ross. Brenda Gray. But that's okay. We can cover that up. Melody Williams. Susie Dixon. No, that's okay. I'm not covering up my gray either. Antoinette Johnson. Beverly wants to say hi to everyone, so let's help her out. Right? And then Sister and Cece wants to say hi to everyone, so let's help her out. Right? Mo Shannon is here. Welcome. All right, good. All right, so let's do this. You know, guys, for quite some time, there's been like very little going on with the Sussexes, which somehow creates a vacuum because we tend to have to defend them a lot because there's so much like negativity about them coming from the usual sources. And that, of course, is the tabloids. And of course, the tabloids, some of the negative stuff is being fed to them by the palace or Kensington Palace, if you will. It has been alleged that Kensington Palace um, are the ones that's feeding a lot of this bad information, misinformation. But there has been a man and woman from the royal family who went to the Caribbean that is like a two-person bad news, bad coverage, just bad everything. That, of course, is the Cambridges. I mean, it's like the gift that will not stop giving. I mean, I've had some good material, not even good, but just great material this week. But I am a bit exhausted of them because it's too easy. It's just too easy. It doesn't even take much thought. I mean, it just all comes together. Um, there you have it. As you can see with the very pensive clenched fists, which by the way, one of the squatties, she actually does other stuff on her channel, but I don't know if you guys, gosh, what does she call her channel? One of the squatties did like her version of the body reading expert or body language expert rather. And gosh, it was funny. I'll try to find it if I can remember, but it wasn't Sharion. It was this other channel, and I forget her name. But some of you all probably saw it. And you know what? It just goes to show anybody can be a body language expert. Nobody ever takes the Cambridges to task, and I hope that that will happen soon. Because again, yeah, Tisa Tells. Thank you so much, Tisa Tells. That's it. Let me put it up there. Thank you. Church Nelly, you saw it too? Yeah. Yeah, okay. And Myra saw it. Miss Levy saw it. Okay. Yeah, Tisa Tells. I mean, she's the I'm telling you, that was fascinating. And then she even did her homework. That's what I love about um all of the platforms, all of the Pro Sussex channels. People are doing their homework, and she had all the language necessary to explain the grift that the body language guy is doing. She had all the language to explain it. Thank you, Susie Q. Yes, Tisa Tells. Gosh, it's amazing that that name just slipped. I couldn't get it out for nothing. Like, take for instance, look at this body language. Talk about incandescent with rage. Of course, because that is Catherine the Magnificent, the tabloids had to do the side by side comparison with Grace Kelly of Monaco, Princess Grace. They love to compare the Duchess of Cambridge with Princess Grace of Monaco. Not much comparison as far as I'm concerned, but yes, their dresses were the same color, and that was enough for the tabloids. It was off to the races. And there you have it. William looked like he was about to blow a fuse. But you know what fascinated me about this photo? Do you know what fascinated me about this photo? I mean, take a look at it. What are they doing? Aside from William trying to decide whether or not he wants to just explode, he's actually holding hands on what should be called a state occasion, perhaps. They're holding hands. Yes, yes. Did you see that? I couldn't believe it. You know, you guys, karma is marching all over them right now. Karma is marching all over the Cambridges. But if this makes those two any closer, then so be it. You know what? Good for them. Good for them. If this trip, I hope it doesn't end up with another kid, but if as much as I don't care what they do and when they do it, I just don't want them to reproduce. Please do not let them reproduce again. Please. Um, yeah. But anyway, yeah, they were holding hands. I couldn't believe that. I was just like, what the what? I mean, look at that. I don't know if she's trying to is he trying to hold her so that she won't run, or is she trying to hold him so he doesn't pout too much? Yeah, but they don't look happy about it. No, not at all. Not at all. The tabloids have been making a big deal about how they're looking at one another and they can't take their eyes off of each other. I think it's only because wants to make sure that the other hasn't made a run for it. I think it's only because one wants to make sure that the other has not already like made their way to the airport. You know what I mean? So that's probably why they keep staring at each other. Is because they want to make sure that they, keep the bond together, that they should stay there and see their way through this. So yeah, that's why they keep holding hands. That's why they keep looking at each other. That's to make sure that the other hasn't already like, hopped in the Uber and went over to the airport. Now it makes sense to me. Because I was just like, why is it all of a sudden they seem so close? That's what it is. They want to make sure that they're not stuck there by themselves. Now, right there, this is like my favorite. To me, this kind of sums up the entire vacation. And as for celebrating the Jubilee, this has been pretty much a vacation for those two. But yeah, the strain the strain of this tour, the strain of it is so evident for the both of them. So oh well. And I believe his name is Cold War Steve. Cold War Steve does these art renderings on on a computer, I guess. Well, anyway, this was on the Cold War Steve Twitter account. And as you can see, it depicts the Cambridges looking all about the colonizing couple making their way through the plantations of the Caribbean. I thought it was very poignant. Um, it really explains what people are seeing, no matter what they think they're doing. This is what their presence invokes in people's memories, is that of this very inhumane and very unjust way of living. They were both holding hands because the tour was such a disaster that they need to lean on each other, or as the video showed, as Kate was worried about being surrounded by black and brown people, obviously. Did you guys ever see that episode of the All in the Family when they introduced the Jeffersons? And and Archie Bunker said, "Edith, there, stay close to me. There's liable to be a R word riot, the R word riot." And but of course, it wasn't Edith that was paranoid. It was actually Archie. That's how Edith says it. Archie. It was Archie was the one that was paranoid, not Edith. Archie was the one panicked because he was surrounded by all of these people of color, which, for someone like him, of course he would be panicked. But yeah, so that's what I thought of. I thought about the first time that the Bunkers met the parents of Lionel Jefferson and everyone. That's what it reminded me of. Let me see. The tabloids, they are bootlickers. It's embarrassing what they have to do to make the Cambridges likable. Isn't it though? Robert Jobson, which you know what, I had decided I wasn't going to talk about Robert Jobson today, but I'll probably do something about him next week because I saw on Twitter it may have been Henry VIII, which by the way, Henry VIII, if you're listening to me, please make a video. Henry VIII is like one of the voices I really want to hear right now because she's so good. She's so good. So if Henry VIII is listening, please make a video soon if you can. But I believe it was on her Twitter account that I saw that Robert Jobson has a book coming out about William, and that he's being super nice to William the past couple months because, well, recently, and the book comes out in like maybe 2 months. So maybe that explains why he's been so overly kind to William. But yeah, they do have to work hard to make them look good. He probably got back on the plane and cried, "Why don't they like me like they like Harry?" Yeah, he should ask. He only should ask because I I don't think he really wants to know. Don't worry, dear. We will be home soon. Yeah. I hope someone talks about how much an impact this trip is going to have on the environment in that government plane. Kate trying to secure that position from Rose with another child wouldn't put it past her. Yeah, I was going to mention something about that later. Why is he in uniform? What an insult to authentic servicemen. Yeah, that is true. Him being in a uniform is a bit of an insult because he was like a air what is it, a helicopter rescue pilot. In other words, William was like a glorified paramedic. That's what he was. He was like this prince paramedic. Not to disparage the paramedics because they do great work, but he wasn't in military service. He's never really been in harm's way. Okay, Kate trying to secure. Oh, I saw that. Oh, let me scroll. I'm like way behind. There have been so many instances since Harry and Meghan been holding hands when Willie refused to hold her hand. He is hopping mad. Sorry, that they have been instructed to hold hands in the midst of KP burning down. Yeah, that's probably what it is that part of this charm offensive is that they're hoping that this hand holding and stuff will distract from the fact that things have not been going well. The nerves of these people to go to the country of those who ancestors were enslaved and then tried to play out their imperialist dreams. Yeah, someone called it Lord Louis Mountbatten cosplay. Okay, and here we have Harry and Meghan showed them what true love looks like. They're trying to emulate the best. Absolutely. Speaking of the best, I just saw that out the corner of my eye. Denise Taylor, you're the best for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Happy Saturday to you. And thank you for, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, World Traveler says that car ride back in time to 1953, wasn't the second in line, but for Charles and his mommy wife, if it was to be done, who is guiding these two. Worldwide Traveler, a World Traveler rather, I think that they were trying so hard to pretend as though they were Philip and the Queen, back in the day. um, it was almost as if they got out the Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth playbook and they told their people, okay, we want to do this, we want to do that. They were doing everything that they could so that they could have that, that old Windsor magic, if you will, that old Duke of Edinburgh magic that was so popular back in the 50s and the 60s, but really doesn't have a place in today's world because people are rejecting this notion of the old British Empire slash Commonwealth. I mean, the Commonwealth is just really another interpretation of empire. Katie needs to stop having kids because that makes him want Rose more. I wonder if I wonder, will they say she is too old like they did Meghan? Carolyn Minter, that's a good question. Yeah, I remember they were trying to put Megan down, like, oh, how dare she wants to have kids at her age, even though William allegedly told Harry that he should wait 10 years before they were married because it was kind of like they didn't want Harry to have any kids anyway. Just like had detention for people in America at the border. Yeah, let me see here. Helicopter rescue pilot. He was not in the army. He forgot who he was. Who he was. Probably thought he was Harry for that day. Yes, he was cosplaying his brother. The fear on the faces was epic. The fear of the children on their faces spoke volume. The fear of the yeah, okay. And the first time I ever saw them that close to each other, what are they really teaching their children? That they're in it to win it. That's what they're teaching their children, that they are in it to win it and they will do whatever it takes. They are not the future, they are the past. Now remember, this dress that she has on is really a reinterpretation, if you will, of the very same gown that the queen wore. Well, not gown, but dress that was white lace with a hat, of course. So, a matter of fact, I think I have a photo of it here somewhere. Okay, so um, I saw this on Twitter. Queen of the Jungle, Belle of the Ball. Queen of the Jungle, Belle of the Ball. So I saw that on Twitter, and I was like, I thought it was somebody had made up a magazine cover because I only saw the photo with the graphics. So I had to try to dig to find the actual newspaper or magazine where it originated, and it was the Evening Star. And again, I think it was Henry VIII who asked the question, do they not know how offensive that is? The Triumph, Wild Animal Spectacle, Queen of the Jungle. Now, that's a 1935 movie. As you can see, there's this white woman surrounded by the savages in the jungle. And of course, now it's politically correct to say rainforest or forest, but it's kind of like in bad taste to say jungle. It implies so much. So I think we're supposed to say the rainforest or the forest. So for that reason, I would say that Queen of the Jungle, in particular because I don't even have to explain why it's offensive. And then Belle of the Ball, it means as though, as far as I can tell, what I think they're trying to say is that there's this English rose amongst these people of color who have reminded them how, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, reminded them. She's there to remind them of their place and how elevated her status in life is compared to those people that live on the island. So I thought, okay, Queen of the Jungle. I just Googled Queen of the Jungle and that came up. And then I also Googled Belle of the Ball. And so there were a few romance novels that used that title. I could not find a movie that used the title The Belle of the Ball, even though we have all heard that used before. But there you have a Barbie doll, a jointed doll, which someone has said that about Kate, being referred to as the Belle of the Ball. So, yeah, this was very, very twisted for them to use that language. And there, Kate, Caribbean Queen. Well, somebody better tell Billy Ocean because when he was singing Caribbean Queen, I remember there was a woman of color in the music video. She was not an English rose. So there you have on the left Kate as the Caribbean Queen, And then on the right, you can see a close up of that newspaper, the Evening Star, or was it Evening Standard? There you can see a close up of the Queen of the Jungle Belle Ball. I don't know why it doesn't say Belle of the Ball, but anyway. Um, yeah, so Queen of the Jungle Belle Ball. That is weird. It should say Belle of the Ball, but okay. I digress. So anyway, you can tell she's from the islands. Manhattan, maybe. England, that's an island, but not Jamaica. Not the Bahamas, not Barbados, none of those places. That is an English rose, a very proper English rose. Okay, so there's the copycat. There she is, pretending to be the queen. So now you know where the outfit comes from, just in case you haven't seen it before. And with that, let me see what your comments are. Baron, the reason why she was clinging onto him was because she was literally scared. She was terrified by all the black people around her. It seemed very obvious by the photos that they have shown. I think in some instances, though, she was just paranoid that she was going to lose Princess Diana's sapphire ring. I am almost certain that she was terrified of losing that ring, which she should have been. If they do not have a replica of that ring, they really should. They should have a replica, because the idea that she would, go on these tours wearing these rings, go on, a sailboat or something like that with that ring. I mean, even though I have no skin in the game, I'm very protective of it because it was Princess Diana's. So I would hate to see something happen to it. But I think some of that very awkwardness was not only because of being surrounded by people of color, and she has been so how do you say it? Um, what is the word I'm looking for? Shut in, closed in, whatever. Guarded. Anyway, she has been away from people of color her whole life, so she was not equipped to be in that situation. Sheltered, that's the word I'm looking for. She has grown up very sheltered, and so being around that many people of color was unusual for her. And then the other thing, I Mo Shannon is like, nah, she recoiled. She saw somebody black, she recoiled. You ain't gonna let me clean that up for her, huh? You ain't gonna let me clean that up. Nice try, right? Well, Mo, you've been knowing me for a long time, and I always try to be fair, even though sometimes I am the first to you know, talk about her, but I always try to be open minded. So, but if you say she recoiled, I am going to trust you on that. Black Queen says, that's why I put pretty in quotes. Hmm. Okay. I missed that one. All right. So, oh my goodness, we're going kind of fast here. And there they are. They went and got some of that old time religion. They decided to lay down their sword and shield. Um, Kate and Will, they went to church today. And as you can see, the strain of this week is really taking them away from themselves. They are suffering a tremendous strain, and it is showing. And so, I don't, I saw the video of the church service. I didn't pay much attention to it. Oh, before I get to that, I have a video to share with you guys. Um, I have a video. Let me find it. I almost forgot about it. Uh-oh, here we go with this again. Let me see. See if I can make that work.
Yes, Prince. 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 Trenchtown wants $245 billion. That's what Trenchtown wants. $345 billion. Yes. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what Trenchtown wants. Yes. How you mean?
Okay, so in case you didn't hear that, he said, Prince, we want what was he said? I think it was 300, no, $245 billion. Did you hear that? 245 or 300. Anyway, let me play it again. I'll let you try to hear it.
Yes, Prince. 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 Trenchtown wants $245 billion. That's what Trenchtown wants. $345 billion. Yes. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what Trenchtown wants. Yes. How you mean?
Okay, so I believe he said that Trenchtown wants $245 billion. So the man was obviously speaking of reparations. One thing about Jamaica, they don't mince words. They don't mince words. He's like, Prince, we want our $245 billion. We don't want 40 acres and a mule. We want $245 billion or $345 billion. Thank you, Joan Commonwealther. $345 billion. And I don't know, it was something about the way William reacted. It almost seemed like as though he was saying, will you take a check? I mean, his eyes said, will you take a check? Will you take a check? I could write you a check. Or is he trying to say, my wife is holding my wallet? Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to say, is that my wife is holding my wallet. Yeah, okay, Mo Shannon, I see it. She looks absolutely terrified. Um, I must admit it. They look terrified. In particular, I noticed that okay, I see it. I see it. I see it. Yikes, why expose them to this? Trenchtown wants $345 billion. Next voice, what do you mean? Oh Lord. Well, I mean, you know what they say, an empty mouth never gets fed. So you got to say what you want. You got to say what you mean and mean what you say. Prince, Trenchtown wants $345 billion. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I told you I had a video for you. I almost forgot about it. Prince, Trenchtown wants $345 billion. Okay, well, it is what it is. I guess that is true that yeah, Kate looks terrified. I don't think they should ever do anything like this again ever. Okay, what was that, Maggie? So they still went to church with their evil minds. They so uncomfortable and down. Go to UK and tell your bad experiences to your queen, Willie Leaks. Wow, Maggie. Oh man. Okay. So I don't know about you, but that outfit that Kate was wearing, I started thinking about the Quakers, the Amish, and this particular model that she's wearing is from the Mennonite collection, the Mennonite couture fashions that she's wearing. They say that it cost about $300 or $400, whatever it was. But yeah, she kind of looked like those Mennonites that I see at the airport or at the train station or whatever. That's what she reminded me of. But yeah, I'm just saying, not to make fun of them. I'm just saying. But she even cosplayed to go to church. Even going to church was a version of cosplay. Okay, you guys. And of course, as I said, this trip is wearing on them bad. On the left, Laura Croft. In the middle, just exhausted, tired. That was when she got caught in the rain and it washed all the makeup away. And then on the right side there, that was one of those photos that they forgot to airbrush. So, but you let them tell it. You thank you so much, Joan Garcia. But you let them tell it. This has been quite a fashion forward moment. There is nothing forward about that fashion. This has been quite the well. You've seen it. I don't have to tell you. William, that was while they were still in Belize. And even when they got off the plane, Kate looked like she was ready for battle. I mean, she looked ready for battle as though she was going to. This reminds me of like, she looks like a bride of Henry VIII and not William of Wales. I mean, that look is like she's going to face the executioner. It's like Anne Boleyn just stepped out of the office there. So English Rose, Kate Middleton pairs a 245, that's it, 245-pound pink Rixo dress with $160 wedge heels and matching $370 70-pound clutch bag as she visits a church in the Bahamas. Oh, you mean to tell me that out of all, she gave two speeches that I know of among other things, and still they are limited to speaking about her fashion. So, as they try to accuse Meghan of being too woke and too preachy, and all the other tropes that they have attacked her with for her podcast, all they have to say about the English Rose is, well, her dress costs 245 pounds. She's wearing some 160-pound wedgies, and she's got a 370-pound clutch. That is all the substance that they have derived out of Kate being on this trip. That's it. Out of all the things that has evolved from Kate, that's almost weird saying Kate and evolve, but out of out of all the things that has happened on this trip, aside from the fact she seems to be very afraid of black people, they only I mean, none of the speeches were memorable. Not one single speech gave you something to ponder. The only thing that I pondered is that she got through the speech at all. And I remember, I was betting that she wouldn't even give a speech. I said the likelihood of Kate giving a speech is pretty much zero to none. And you know what? She made me out to be a liar. She did give a speech. By the way, there's almost 1,000 of you all in this live stream. Please hit that like button. Please hit the like button just because, and don't think I didn't notice, you guys were afraid to say it, but just because I noticed that Lydia Washington is not here doesn't mean that you all can slack up on hitting the like button. So I know Lydia's not here, but I'll say it for her. Please make sure you hit the like button. Um, I can't believe Lydia is not here. I just said I mean that I noticed it, but of course I noticed it. But yeah, it's almost weird doing this without Lydia here, but oh well. Okay, so right there, when they said English rose, I thought they were talking about that English rose, not Kate, but the real Rose. When they said English Rose, I'm like, oh, I mean, was she there? I didn't know she was there. So is that shady? But yeah, I thought they were talking about the other Rose. This photo right here, I mean, it's almost as though they posed for this photo. It's uh whoever the photographer was who took this photo, if you are the photographer, please put up your GoFundMe page because I'm gonna throw $20 in there. I swear I'm gonna throw $20 in the kitty for this photo because this photo gives me my life. Thi- This is like the best thing ever, whoever took this photo. And I know that I've seen it before. I know you all have seen it before, but it just never gets old. It never gets old. This photo is my world right now. Okay, her speech was zero. We haven't heard nothing about her speech. Exactly, because it was a big nothing. She gave the speech and it was like nobody noticed. And I even bet, I said, she's not going to do a speech. She's not going to do a speech. I said, don't worry. There's no way in the world that she's going to, like, really cause a big ruckus because of her speech, because she's not going to give one. She gave two speeches. They were about maybe 4 minutes long or whatever it was. It doesn't matter because it was a big fat nothing burger. Okay. So as I've said, there's only one rose that came to mind. And of course, when I thought about roses, I thought about Will and his, tending the rose garden. So you guys have probably saw this meme that I made a long time ago of Will. Um, uh, right? This was so much fun. I almost forgot about this. I did this late one night some time ago. Ah, that is so bad. But that's what happens when some people stumble into the rose garden. They start pollinating all over the place. And next thing you know, there's more roses all over the place. I'm just saying. Okay, so you guys, as we prepare, as we prepare for the Invictus Games, someone posted these on Twitter. It is, I think, 21 or 22 days until the Invictus Games. So just to like get us in the mood for it, I decided I would share these with you all. If you weren't on Twitter or if you haven't actually seen it, there's this one. Harry sees baby. Harry smiles at baby. Baby's grinning and laughing, and baby's smiling back at Harry. That's it. That's it. Let's do it again, shall we? We'll do it again just for fun. Here goes. Baby sees Harry. Harry sees the baby. Harry smiles. The baby starts laughing and smiling. I know. How cute is that, right? How cute is that? So cute. I know. It's been like the weather. I got to tell you, as I am a baby boomer, this weather has wreaked havoc with me, and because it's been damp and wet and raining all week, I have been really trying to find my energy. Right, my as they say in Asian medicine, my chi is a bit out of whack, which is interesting because you know, being over 50 years old, I'm not even sure I can still reach my chi. But my chi seems to be a bit off. And don't even get me started on my feng shui. I don't even know where my feng shui is. So too much, too much. Anyway, you guys, so that is going to do it for today. As per usual, I'm going to send out love to our faves. And tomorrow I'm going to do like a big recap of everything with the trip, I think. I think I'm going to do a recap tomorrow, but we got to do something special for Sunday. So let me think about it. Oh, by the way, you guys, speaking of Sunday, I tell you one thing that may be special about Sunday. I am so glad to tell y'all that let me see. Royal Sussex is just a few subscribers away from 13,000. Just a few subscribers away. Can you believe that? Royal Sussex just needs like 10 people. 10. 10 people and Royal Sussex. Oh, I take it back. 3 people. We only need 3 people and Royal Sussex will be at 13,000. Can you believe that? 13,000. So tomorrow we'll have to celebrate that. And of course, another milestone that's coming up. Royal Sussex is just a few views away from 5 million. I mean, it's such a big deal. I have to say it like Oprah. 5 million views pretty soon. So that is another one of those milestones. So I'm excited. It's like 4.9 right now. And just like about another, not even maybe about 93,000 views, and Royal Sussex will have pushed over the 5 million mark. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I am just in awe of that. So this is going to be a special Sunday or a special week, whichever one comes first. But yeah, so I'm excited. You guys are the world to me. Believe me that when I say that. I was sorry I had to start late because I'm like, oh, everybody expects me at noon. So I'm just like conditioned to be there at noon now, but it could not be helped. But tomorrow we are going to go at noon. Hopefully. You know what? I'm kind of thinking we're not going to hear from Tina and Michelle until the Invictus games. But if they do come on tomorrow, that would be super. But otherwise, I believe the rest of the squad will be there. No word from Terrell yet. He hasn't said whether or not he's going to do his Sussex Sunday, but I hope that's the case. And Duchess of Success is coming up at, let me see, in about 30, 40 minutes. So yeah, you got that to look forward to. So yeah, good week for the Sussex squad. We have managed to how do I put this without sounding too gleeful, but the Cambridges have made such a spectacle of themselves, right? They wanted the spotlight, they got the spotlight, and everything has gone straight to hell in a handbasket. And so they are desperately looking for people to blame. The other day on the Daily Mail, was it yesterday? They showed a list of all the staff people who Jacqueline, thank you. But they showed a list of all the staff people that you know that were responsible for this trip. So so they'll know who to blame. Obviously someone is going to get fired, but the people that are most responsible for that failure of theirs, that of course is Will and Kate themselves. Their lack of intellect and their lack of curiosity. There just seems to be a complete lack of curiosity about the world. That has truly been their undoing. That is what has done them in. with they would stop grinning and jazz handing because jazz hands have become contagious. Now William's doing it. They're all jazz handing. I mean, I don't want to talk about their kids because I don't do that. But I suspect at some point, even the Cambridge kids are going to be grinning and jazz handing. It's just a matter of time. It probably runs in the family. So, but I have a theory about Kate's jazz hands if y'all got a minute. As you know, Kate's mother was an air hostess. She was a flight attendant, stewardess, whatever you want to call it. Her mother was an air hostess. And as you know, in the airline industry, as an air hostess, her mother had to do those demonstrations where they show you how to use the life jacket and how to put your oxygen mask on, right? Well, obviously, that is where Kate picked up the jazz hands. She That's so silly. I can't believe I'm saying it. But she probably picked up that affliction from her mother, the air hostess. And so that is so bad. Okay, I'm being silly at this point. But yeah, that's probably where she picked up the jazz hands is from her mama. And she probably mistook her mother's demonstration of the oxygen mask and I mean, because when you watch her hands, it almost looks like she's doing the same motions, except she's not holding the life vest, the belt buckle, or the. So that is where she picked that up. I hope she didn't pick up anything else from her mother because if that was the case, if she has picked up any of her mother's other situations, that would explain the reason why she's always smiling. But that's not the case. And I'm just totally making this up. Nothing I said is true. Yes, her mother was an air hostess, but the jazz hand thing, I think the jazz hand and the grinning is just a tick that she picked up when she's in awkward situations. And that's so bad. You know what, guys? I should have got off of here when I said I was. So I couldn't resist though. If I don't freestyle on her at least once a day, then I don't feel complete. You know what I mean? So, much love to our faves, the queen of everything, Doria, and our queen of hearts, Princess Diana. Without those two ladies, there would be no Harry and Meghan. So thank you, Queen of Everything and Queen of Hearts. Okay, your last comments, and then we are going to Ginger Avenger our way out of here. Reminder: go watch CNN show Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie. Destroy the royals trying to blame Meghan. Ooh, that sounds good. Dr. Rashad Ritchie. I got to make sure I look for that. Is that something new? I gotta look for that. Dr. Rashad Ritchie. Thank you so much, Denise Marcus. Let me see. The hand gestures is to distract her audience. or, or of the lack of substance in her speech or difficulty delivering a speech written by someone else. I didn't notice that it was noticeable for her, but if you say so, when I watch her speak, somehow it's like I'm listening to Morgan Freeman. But if you say she suffers, then I'm going to take you. I'm just kidding. I know she's pretty bad. Well, I can't confirm or deny those rumors. I have heard that before, but oh man, I cannot confirm or deny that. As far as I know, she's very much into organic food and and Pilates, and I'm just kidding. She don't do none of that stuff. Um, let me see here. Okay, okay. All right, you guys. So that's that. Who has something positive? And please, not a compliment for me because you guys are always so nice to me. And I just would like to have someone say something that is to unite all of the squad and to, I guess, renew our commitment and all that kind of stuff. Bye, Sussex Squaddies. Bye, Baron. And thank you for a very interesting podcast. You're quite welcome, Faith. And let me see. Grinning, 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 and grinning, and grinning, and grinning, and more grinning, and still grinning and grinning. Okay, I could take a hint. Where is it? Grin, 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 grin. These are like two of my favorite photos. I love those. You're messy. Okay. Okay, Rosa Roberts, I think that's it. I think that's it. Rosa Roberts says, everyone have a good day. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, we're going to Ginger Avenger ourselves out of here. Don't forget, Duchess of Success is coming up in 30 minutes. And then I don't know if anybody else is on today. Oh, there was a Duchess of Impact video earlier today, right? So if you didn't receive a notice for that, make sure you go and watch the Duchess of Impact. Let me see. Oh, and Thrive with Meghan and Harry. Thrive with Meghan and Harry. 2 hours ago, she was on. Yeah, Duchess of Impact was about 3 hours ago, and Miss VSN was on. So you got plenty of Sussex squad today. All right. Okay, you guys. Ginger Avenger, Q Ginger Avenger. Thank you so much. Love you all. And I look forward to 13,000 subscribers. Oh, I didn't have it ready yet. Let me do that again. All right. Thank you. Love you all. And I'm looking forward to 13,000 subscribers. Now, you know what? I am getting kind of emotional. I swear. You guys are always doing this to me. You know how sensitive I am. Look at that. You guys are always anyway, thank you. I just decided to go and check to see if it was even close. But yeah, yep. Not only was it close, it had exceeded that. So, and boy, I tell you that, and right now it's 13:07. I thought, you know what? I thought for sure. I said, okay, I shouldn't have said anything because what if somebody go and like, you know, do something nefarious, and not only did I not lose anybody, but I gained like 10 people just that fast. So, okay, so you guys made me cry. I hope you're all satisfied. I hope that you're all satisfied. You have brought a tear to my cynical eyes. Okay, thank you so much, Squatties. I will see you all tomorrow on Royal Sussex.